If we send out neutral instructions to our employees where we tell them to do a task through an email or a memo, without priming them first to be positive, we are handicapping them in terms of their productivity and successfulness rates by up to 50%.
It's an opportunity for me to break out of all of my routines, all of the habits that I generally have, and the mundane place I sit every day, and to hear from people who have experienced things from all over the world that I would never have imagined I would have experienced.
We have gotten into our heads somehow that unless something pays off really quickly and shows immediate dividends, it isn't of any value. And that is a profoundly dangerous idea.
I'm only halfway through and my mind is I've already thought of 2 things I'm going to do with my business. How's that?
Your life is busy, but is it full?
I think just the intellectual stimulation, the variety of programs presented, the variety of attitudes and of thought processes that are given to us.
Short and succinct and powerful.
The power of imagination. Now, imagination is something you probably take for granted, and most people do, but it's the most extraordinary capacity we have that differentiates us from every other species in the history of the Earth. It's responsible for language, for art, for science, for technology, for having a memory of the past and an anticipation of the future. It's the essential capacity of humanity. And it's the thing that we most, I think, disregard, especially in education.
We're both educators, and I'd say we're seeing stuff that will absolutely be inspiring for us. The format is awesome. Not just our daily life, probably, but our professional careers.
Someday the robots might be better than us. Someday somebody might program a robot that really is managing all of its little body parts and with gyroscopes walking correctly, and even has more than us, has a camera in each finger. So each finger sees how close it is to things.
Really very, very amazing.
It's inspiring.
Immediately you should start to see that it's a whole different form factor. So the hardware is very different. So you have brand new hardware, bottoms up build, and you have a whole new software layer on top. But the idea is you just walk in, hopefully we can get this on screen, but you just interact with it. And it reacts the way you expect to.
It's an up experience. It's incredible, really. Yeah, I just called a friend and she's like, "What changed? You sound different." I said, "Yeah, I feel up."
Very informative, very intuitive, very funny.
If the technology in this book changed last night and the material was updated, this book will be updated as of today. This book would cost about $120 through a regular publisher. Okay, it's about a 300-page book. Through Connections, it costs $20.
It's engaging. It's perfect format.
Anybody that's interested in new ideas and creativity would love this event.
I like conferences that deal with a lot of different topics because I'm going to be talking to you about the exponential growth of information technology. And it's not just the devices you carry in your pocket. It's going to ultimately affect every aspect of our lives, including our lives and longevity. Even energy will be transformed by this doubling in price, performance, capacity, and power of information technology every year.
This is unquestionably one of the most unique experiences I've had in quite some time.
This should have happened before in our lives. Why hasn't it? It needs to happen again soon.
We in this country are competitive. We in this country are able to produce things and export them. We are the largest exporter of goods and services in the world.
This is the best learning experience I've been at in 10 years. You know, just to have the opportunity to sit back and hear diverse points of view brought out in a few minutes and from people who really know what they're talking about. I mean, you just can't get that.
We should let the rise of India and China be a catalyst to reestablish America's competitiveness. Because you know what? If India and China can so dramatically transform themselves and face the world, so can the United States of America.
I feel so refreshed and renewed. I really do.
This is important work that they're all doing, and it's important to be part of it.
Turns out that 70% of American aging is not real aging. It's just decay. It's rot from the stuff that we do. And all the lifestyle diseases, all the diabetes, the obesity, the heart disease, much of the Alzheimer's, lots of the cancers, almost all the osteoporosis, those are all decay. Nature doesn't have that in store for any of us. We go out and buy it off the rack.
What a fabulous convergence of ideas and people in one day, from conceptualization, something that's never been done in Houston before, to an ultimately successful day.
Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic.
Well, I wish I brought my entire executive team with me, back in Ridgeway. I mean, this is astounding.
I feel so uplifted. I feel so energized. I feel so much smarter right now than I felt before lunch.
It's well worth an investment in yourself. I got my money's worth.
Don't miss it.